to talk about the actual dashboarding in Tableau Next. So depending on my license, I can edit or create new dashboards. For example, I'm Tim, I'm in my own workspace, and I want to create a visual based on my data. So I'm going to click on New Dashboard. I'm going to select Create Blank Dashboard, and here I am. I'm going to give this the name Superstore Dashboard, and I can start doing my dashboarding. For those who ever have worked with CRM Analytics, this is the best of CRM Analytics combined with the world of Tableau. Imagine that I want to make a bar chart, create next visualization. I need to indicate which data model I need to use. I'm going to say I'm going to use my Superstore data model. Here I get a preview of the fields which are in that data source. And here we are in our trusted Tableau environment. What makes this so awesome is the fact that it's drag and drop and not so much click and configure. For example, I want to see my sales per subcategory of my products. I can grab the subcategory and put it on my rows. And I want to add my sales and drag it on my columns. I can sort it very easily, clicking sort top down. I can also ask it to fit the entire view. And if I want to split the color by region, I can grab region and put it on color. There you go. There are a lot more here, too much for this little demo, but the idea is that I can give it the name, bar chart, sales per subcategory. I will click save. And I can go back to my dashboard, and boom, now it nicely sits on my dashboard. Let's add a little text to it. My Superstore dashboard. Increase the font a little bit. I'm exaggerating, it is not a very beautiful dashboard, but I'm showing you the general flow of work. Now imagine that we have a number which we should reuse across multiple dashboards, single source of truth. What I then could do is click again on my data visualization. I want to add it, click add visualization, but this time I'm going to make use of something that already exists. For example, sales per region. I click select and I don't need to build it from scratch this time. Let me just scale it out a little bit. There you go. And I'm going to put it here on my dashboard. So how do I add a filter? I can click on list and I want to put it here on my dashboard. I can select on which data source I should grab the column from. I'm gonna use a category, hit select, and I can already preview my dashboard. Immediately out of the box, with the interactive functionality of filtering through. So if I click here, my East region, it will nicely filter through. And of course, my classic filter allows me to filter down. Now, those who have worked with visualization tools in the past, this will feel very familiar. Another thing I want to point out, and this is really a big discriminator for Tableau Next, is the fact that you can combine actionability with visual analytics. For example, by clicking button, I can add an action to my dashboard. What does this mean? Of course, you could make a navigation button, go to, etc. But that's not where I'm at here. What I really want to focus here are the actions. If your company has invested or is running a lot of Salesforce flows, all these actions can be run from within Tableau Next. Let me give an example. Imagine that my requirement for my dashboard is I want to be able to create a case from within my dashboard. I can select my button, go to actions, and here, and this is really very strong, I have access to all the Salesforce flows. Of course, I have access to. But for example, I said create case. We do have a create case flow running. I can hit save and I can click preview, and this little hyperlink will trigger a Salesforce flow. You're about to start create a case. Do you want to proceed? Next. And now it will guide me, ask my name, etc. And it will log finally a case. Let's quickly do that. Tim Dries. I'm going to give you my email address. I'm going to give you a fake phone number. Click next. Here I can set my case type. I'm going to hit test. Click next. I need help with the sales dashboard. There you go. My case is created. Now I demoed it with create case, but it shows that the possibilities are really endless. If you can think it, you can make it. So really any action can be taken from the dashboard. Tableau